All right, all right. Once again, thank y'all for joining us at Jamie Lee Martin. This is the show.
Yo, this is your boy BG from the King and the Gentleman Show with my boy Jamie Lamar. We back. Let's get it.
Yeah, most definitely. Bing, 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 bing. That's what I'm going to cover today. That's what we're going to talk about. Bing, 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 bing. I don't know who I want to start with first. BG, who you going to start with first?
Let's start with the GOAT.
You want to go ahead and go there? I don't know why I thought she was going to say Garcia.
You thought wrong?
Well, let's get it. Let's go through it.
Oh, let's talk about it.
How y'all feel about that? I don't know. This is what I will say. Cruz, who told you to do that?
What she did?
When the bell rang, she just did her thing. She just ran over there and just straight to it. You just knew you was going to run across the ring and then beat Clarissa Shields this all in a damn corner, didn't you? Huh? I don't know who told you that. You just knew.
I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest with you.
I bet you know now.
No, I still don't know. No, I don't. I mean, that was her second fight.
She did much better her first fight.
I believe so.
She did much better her first fight. I'm talking about it was a different type of fight. I knew at the end of...
The first fight was more boxing. This fight is more slugfest.
She put on her ass. She called on her face and put it down. I go, "Pete." I said, "Oh, Lord." But Clarissa was actually going for the knockout. You could tell she wanted to.
And she said that after the fight.
She could tell.
She said
she had got to a point, but she knew that.
I was trying to do that, and I was trying to do it for the fans. She said that. I was trying to get out of it.
She wanted to clean your clock.
Yeah, we heard the announcer also noticed that, her being at that weight, you can tell that there's more power. But that more power didn't translate to a knockout yet, at least in this fight. And maybe partly because you're fighting somebody, even though you're in that weight class, obviously bigger than you. You beat her the first time, or you beat her again.
To me, Cruz look a little more out of shape. Cruz is like more out of shape to me. Like
she might have been more out of shape.
Bigger.
I mean, she's still a bigger fighter, but I can see where you're going with that. She didn't look as lean
as she did the first time. I don't understand that.
She didn't look as lean, and maybe that was their. We don't know. Maybe that was part of their philosophy. Just kind of go in there a little bit. Let's see if we can get out of there. As soon as the bell rings, go try to get her out of there. Maybe that was I don't know. We don't know.
I was nervous. The reason why I was nervous is because I feel like when the bell first rung and she charged Clarissa the way she did, I saw fear. And normally you don't see that. Mm-hmm. If y'all go back and look at that clip, Clarissa ran back and was like, "Oh no, oh," and she swung it on her. Something about the look on Clarissa's face scared me. I got nervous. And it was an inner corner mix. And then it kind of came up out of there. By the end of the first round, I didn't feel like that anymore. It turned around immediately.
Why?
Because if she was going to come with that strategy, it was going to work first round or by the second. Right. By the time you got to the third round, you couldn't have ran over there and just dropped it for nothing. You don't have the power.
You don't have the power or the impact.
That was going to land first round, definitely, or maybe second. So by the end of the second round, her fight game was over.
Right. Anything after that
is Clarissa walking you down, trying to beat.
A lucky shot somewhere.
A lucky shot wasn't going to do it. It would have staggered her, but you wasn't going to win that fight.
I mean, even a knockout, stagger, whatever, lucky shot was the only hope after the first round.
Right.
Period.
I wouldn't have told her.
You have anything in your favor in this fight, a lucky shot somewhere in there was going to be your. And I think in women's boxing at that point, it might be even easier. And that says right about Clarissa Shields.
I would have told her.
She still couldn't get it done because the average eye looking at y'all for 8, 9, 10 rounds, so like y'all just wailing at each other. But when we look at the copy box, that's like she was 2 to 3 times more accurate than you.
My advice to Cruz and that fight, if I would have been her coach telling her what to do, would have been to definitely not come running out that corner like that, charging nobody in no corner like that. I feel like what she should have done was when that bell rang, waited for Clarissa to come to her. Just block. Try to get in.
Just box.
And see if you can land one.
Just box.
That haymaker is out the blue, just growl. That wasn't going to work.
It's not going to work.
That was either going to work or not. And when you got to the end of the first round and was breathing heavy and your bottom lip had done went to hanging the way that it did, you already knew second round was going to be tougher than it should have been. At the end of the second round, that was it. Because now it's running a marathon. Now if you got to see if you got the wind to even keep up with the child. Whoa, come on now.
Well, I mean, she had them win. She's a championship caliber fighter. She's just not the GOAT.
The throat.
That's like his last several fighters. Records other than her. They beat the best out of everybody but her. These not no bad fighters. 15 knockouts, but y'all can't beat them.
I don't see anybody talking about her.
Why? Why should they?
Oh my gosh, she put the punishment on that girl.
Why? I mean, listen,
that was horrible.
If there wasn't a Clarissa Shields, they'd probably be talking. They probably would, bro.
If y'all did not watch the Perkins fight,
right? You know, women's boxing is not like that.
Did y'all even know Perkins fought?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why should they talk about it? They don't even know. So, yeah. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. They don't even know she fought Clarissa before. They don't know that either.
Oh, my God. Man.
They don't know that either. But these are world-class. This is how good Clarissa Shields is. If she wasn't around, these are world-class fighters. She's like Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, these guys, Sugar Ray Leonard. She's generational. She's elite, and doesn't take anything away from anybody else that's in the sport that's operating at an elite level. She's just a notch above.
Has Perkins and Cruz fought?
That I don't know. I
think I'd like to see that.
I know who has fought.
Who?
Ron Garcia.
There wasn't no drugs that time. That was wow.
I don't know. Some say he got tested after, some say he did. I haven't been able to validate that yet.
There's no way in the world he did that again.
It wouldn't make sense.
There's no way in the world he did that again. There's no way. I don't.
What was he? Before we even was really on Ryan Garcia, what was he, 20-0 before he could buy alcohol?
For real.
So he got skill.
Yeah, man.
He got skill.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
If whatever happened to him doing that, I don't see him doing that again.
He can't. They're probably gonna. I just don't think
you're banned for life
if they can't catch him again. And
banned for life. I see it.
I don't feel like that's what happened. I just don't. Anybody going for that?
Me, just from watching him fight, I think head up he could beat Devin Haney again.
There's no way in the world anybody think he can. Let me talk to y'all.
Devin Haney's good. I mean, watching these two guys fight.
That's too much.
I believe he could do that.
That was too much. How much edge did the drugs give you? He spanked your ass. Like, that was hard to watch. He spanked your ass.
Yeah, and you're pretty good yourself, David.
Yeah, man, I'm the Haney.
And I love David Haney.
Boy, you just talking some people just got your number.
David Haney is
something about that.
Yeah,
some people just got your number.
Got your number, man.
I don't think you should get back in the ring with Garcia.